Alrighty guys, how's it going today? So, just kind of like, maybe like part 2 of this now, or, well not part 2, maybe like a second update now on this garage door deal. Part 1 is already up, but I have to put it on public, so that'll be for tomorrow of course, but I still got my shop door up. I've been waiting for Big Red to finally cool down, and it looks like he has. So it's not hot in here. And I'll give you guys another, tell you guys some more info here quick. The engine block's still warm on Big Red. It's unbelievable. I rerouted my blue cord again, and I'm actually pretty happy with the way I did it this time. I actually got it, instead of going to this outlet out the back, because that outlet's not working right. You can see my blue cord there. It actually goes right up to the corner of the door there, and it goes down the door, and then underneath that door, and then in there, right? Okay, well, I just eliminated 2 cords. And here they are, right? This one is the one that wasn't working, but I fixed it. This is the one that was inside the garage and also running outside to the new blue one. What I did was, the way I routed it and everything, I was able to just hook on my other 25-foot blue cord to that. So, and of course, I still got plenty of cord. Really, I only needed probably like a 15-foot, and it would have been alright, but, you know, it's never really perfect, I guess, but it's good enough for me. So, I'm only running 2 cords now instead of the 3 or 10,000 that I had hooked up to it. The small blue cord that I have right now is actually a 15 amp, so it's a little more bigger than the 100 foot I'm getting. So, when the 15 cord goes into the 13 amp cord, the power or whatever, there's a drop there, because then it's decreasing, you know. So hopefully that won't ruin the big cord, but I don't see why not. If it blows it up, then I'll just buy, a 15 amp cord, and it'll all be the same, but oh, the hell with it. So, 2 cords I'm running now, instead of like the 3 or 4 that I had. But that was just supposed to be a temporary fix, either until I did get the outlet fixed, or until I just said the fucking hell with it. So, but I think I'm just going to leave it this way. I think it's going to work. I did move the burn barrel because I did not want it to burn my cord. The burn barrel used to be over there, now it's right there. So I kind of, I just moved it over so the flames and the heat wouldn't melt the cord. I don't know if it would or not, but sometimes we burn a lot of shit and the flames get pretty high and stuff. So just to be on the safe side, I moved it over a little bit more so it won't be quite so bad on it. So that should actually work pretty good, I hope. The door doesn't break, because the way the door is now, or the way the cord is, the bottom piece of the door, and well, it's broken a little bit, so then it kind of peels over a little bit because of the cord, but well, whatever. Stupid door. My light works, freaking right. So, my friend's been out bailing well, a little bit yesterday and all of today. He got half of our field bailed up, and then he went and bailed up that section over there by the cemetery. So I didn't stay very long. I just didn't feel like it, so I rid with him for a good 15 minutes, and I said the hell with it. I didn't feel like doing it anymore. So yeah, I like how that timing is on that. I set that timing pretty good, so it only stays on for a few seconds or so or something. So freaking nice. So don't come on during the day. So that's what I like. So, but anyways, I'll give you a garage door update now. Well, we've still been talking, and like you guys have heard in part 1, or in update 1, he was giving me prices on a new door. You guys have to remember now too, this was an insulated door or whatever, and it's airtight and everything. That was $2,200 for a whole new son of a bitch. And it was a 16 by 7, 16 feet wide, 7 feet tall. Son of a bitch. Okay, well, after I seen that, I was kind of like, okay. I was like, that's not going to happen. So then I asked him, well, what do you think about maybe just putting some parts, new parts, on the old door? And he managed to find. It took him about a day and a half or so. I don't know, not too long. He managed to find some springs that will work for this door and some cables. This is what blew my mind. Now this is including his labor, because he tacked on his labor charges for putting the springs and the cables on, right? $500 when all said and done. Like, really? But he says without the labor, if it was just to be the springs and the cables, and if I were to do the work, it would be $300. Like, really? Are you seriously? You're telling me that 2 springs and a cable and 2 cables are $300? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, really? You're gonna charge me that much? I could probably go on eBay and find that shit for cheaper, you know? Now, I don't know if eBay would have it, but I'm just saying as an example. I'd be better off buying the shit somewhere else for less than that. I don't. How the hell do you figure out that 2 springs and 2 cables are $300 fucking dollars? I don't know. It pisses me off because I don't know what the fuck to do. You know, I mean, really? I mean, I can save up to $500, but it's going to take me a couple of months. So, you know, I don't know. I think it's kind of stupid, but whatever. So, but then he was talking about, well, I'm going to email you later, which I guess was supposed to be later tonight, but I haven't gotten anything yet. Usually my phone will beep too, because I have my Hotmail hooked up to my cell phone, so whenever I get mail in there, my phone will go off. It'll scream at me, be like, bitch, you got mail. No, really, it doesn't say that, it just beeps. Or whatever ringtone I got it set for. So, I haven't got, my phone hasn't beeped in a couple hours, since I got stuff from like Harbor Freights, you know, and Harbor Freights is having a sale, I guess, so, but whatever. So, but he said he was going to email me, prices on a cheaper door. I guess he said it would kind of be the same as what I got now. I don't know if it's steel or if it's actually the same as what I got now, but he hasn't given me a price yet on it. And you know, another thing, it don't matter how cheap the door is anyway. It's still the point that I'm going to have to save up money to pay for the door and to pay for his labor costs. Like, really? And I was telling him too, he's like, well, since you don't do financing, you know, I can't really do anything, really. So, but like he said that he was going to try to find me a cheaper door. It don't matter. You could get a door for $700. It's still the point that I got to save up that $700. So I was just telling him, well, really, man, really all we can do is buy the springs and the cables, and then put that shit on, and then in a couple of months replace all the rollers. And then he was going on about, well, the door is probably so wore out, or it could be wet or rotting, or something, you know, where the hinges are, or for the rollers. Well, see, the rollers are bolted through the door. They're just not screwed into it. They're bolted, you know, right through it. You can see the flatheads on the other side, right? It's a flathead bolt with a nut, of course, on the inside, right? Because you want to make it look good on the outside, so all the hinges and everything are in the inside. So, of course, he was going on about, you know, crap like that, well, it probably ain't going to do any good anyway, because the door's probably in such sad condition. And he was going on, too, also with that he's had people buying parts from him, you know, just to replace his door, to tie them over. And he says that they find out that they're spending even more money, because they have to keep buying parts to keep the door lasting. You know, so the bottom line is that they keep spending money, and he's just trying to say, just get the new door and be done with it. Yeah, I would love to get a brand new door, but I can't finance with it. You don't do it, so you know what can I do? You know, it doesn't matter. You know, yeah, I would like an insulated door. You know, $2,200. That includes all his labor and shit, and for taking off the old door too, right? I suppose if I just took the door off myself, maybe that would get the price a little lower. I don't know, but you know, it's just a point that really, you're telling me that it costs a fortune to do this to my garage door. Like, yeah, you know, fine. Let me finance with you, and then it'll be fine. But you know, since he doesn't do that, that's not an option for me. And you got, and I know a lot of you guys are going to tell me to save up the money and do it. Okay, yeah, I want to do that, but it's the point that I have to make this door last me for those amount of months. You know, so I have to spend the money to get my old door running again. So I can at least get Big Red and the tractor out, because they can't sit back here all summer for the rest of the summer, and then, well, really they can, but during the winter months, that's not going to happen. It can't. Because for one, I'm not plowing uphill. It'll be too much work on Big Red. And then when you got the snowplow hooked on the Big Red, there's just not going to be any goddamn room. Okay? You know. So, I mean, the tractor would have to go back up towards the front once winter comes, no matter if the door's working or not. But I don't want to leave Big Red back here because, you know, I just don't want to. I want him to be up there because I need him up there more than I do back here. So, you know, I don't really like my machine sitting back here, but I don't really have much of an option. It's better than letting them sit outside and you know, getting crapped on or something, right? So I don't have much of an option. So, you know, and I told him that too. It's like, well, since I can't finance or a monthly payment with you, you know, getting a brand new door is not an option for me. If he allowed it, then fuck yeah, you know, it would be an option. But no, they don't allow it, so I can't help it. So, I mean, it would take me probably 2-3 months to save up $500. I don't know. You know, with these medical bills I got on top of all of this, if I didn't have medical bills, I could have gotten it done this month coming up, because then I would have had $500 to spare, you know. But I don't, because I'm paying all my medical bills, and I'll be paying those for who the fuck knows, the next 4 years probably. I'll be glad when these next 4 years are over with, because this is bullshit. So, but you know, what can I do about it? Nothing. He don't allow financing, so buying parts is my only option. You know, I mean, I'm still going to try to throw a little bit here, and you know, I'm going to save up a little bit. So then, so then I can buy a brand new door, right? You know, I'll have the money saved up, and obviously I'm going to try to save up $2,200. I'm just getting me a really good door. If he can get me another door, even just like what I have now, which I know is probably a pretty cheap door, it'll last me it could last 30 plus years, because this door did. So I'll never have to buy a door again, because I won't be living here forever anyway, so it don't really matter. But it's the point that when I do sell this house later on, I can get more money for it too, because I spent money in it on a new door. It's more high tech, you know, it's more up to date. So then my house's value just went up a little bit, right? Not a lot, but it went up a little bit. Damn, mosquitoes are terrible again. So, I don't know. It don't matter either way, because I got to save up the damn money. And two, I have to anyway, because I have to get this door back up and running again, no matter what. I don't care. The rollers. Oh, come on, the General Lee can do better than that. Someone's just trying to show off. General Lee does way better. So, you know, it's just, yes, I understand that I'm going to probably be sinking more money into fixing this door, but it's the point that I can get this door back up and running for at least the winter, and then, you know, I'll have that money saved up. You know, it's just not going to work. You know, it's not going to be like that. All of a sudden, I got money for a new door, right? It doesn't happen. It just does not happen in this world. So, you know, I mean, you could tell the change in his attitude because when I first met him, I don't really know the guy, but apparently my mom does. Apparently he's been here a while. I don't know, but when we were talking about the brand new doors, deal, he seemed real happy. Like, then I started telling him about parts for the old one, because when he said that he doesn't do financing, then that's when kind of everything just went south, right? Well, that's, I can't help it. I understand that you don't do financing because you probably think you get ripped off, which it has happened in the past. But then, don't expect much business then because you're not going to get it. I mean, if you would allow me to finance, of course I'm going to keep up my payments. I don't fuck around when it comes to my payments. I'm not gonna rip him off because if I need him again in the future, then he can trust me. But that doesn't happen. It's so dumb because you got John Deere and all these other companies out there that sell 4-wheelers, tractors, cars. You can finance with them, but you can't finance when it comes to homeowner shit. But I think it's just because mostly because they're a small company. Now I bought Big Red from. I bought Big Red just a few hours, or I don't know, probably about an hour, 30 minutes away or something like that. He's such a small company that they don't even do financing. I had to pay Big Red in full, so at the time I had the money, so it wouldn't have mattered to me anyway. I was going to pay it all in full anyway, regardless. But my sister wanted to get a 4-wheeler. A little bit smaller than what I got, but he didn't do financing. She was going to get a used one, of course, and I bought Big Red, and I bought Big Red brand new, so... But she wanted the used one, just, for zipping around. And he said no, that they don't do it. So, what can you do, God, all these skills are terrible. I'm going to have to bail pretty soon. I guess I could have brought my little thing out, but I didn't even think of it, so... So, yeah, so... Like I said, I don't know what to do, guys. It's frustrating because, if he just would have allowed financing or monthly payments, we would not have to be going through all this. He would not have to be finding parts for the old door. You are not Bo Duke, alright? Don't even try to do a burnout because it doesn't sound cool. But, he don't allow it, so that's not my fault then. I'm doing what I think is right, and of course he's doing what he thinks is right, which is he's trying to shove a brand new door on me. Now, like I said, it doesn't matter how cheap of a door you go, it's still the point that I'm not going to have money to pay for it. You don't allow monthly payments, I can't help that. And like he said, well, you'd always be buying parts for the door. Yeah, probably. But, I mean, it's just the point that I could push that door a couple more, well, I usually probably need a couple of years, but I don't really, it's got to finish, it's got to last for the winter, unless, I think that, companies could do monthly payments, if they really, really wanted to, but, for one, it's probably hard on business, too, because they always have, like, I think what Savage Moore was saying something, too, that they always get, if you do monthly payments and they get such a small paycheck, and then their paycheck doesn't feed their family. I understand that. I mean, I know that, you get all the money at once, then you can go home, buy some, and feed your family. But it's hard on us regular people too, because we can't do a whole big full payment, But, if you just do monthly payments, then, it wouldn't be a big deal for me, but I'd be happy to pay the guy a monthly thing, and another thing is, too, if I had to sign a contract, just to prove to the guy that I was going to do payments, I would sign that contract, because, I don't fuck around when it comes to financing. If I can do it, And if I have to sign a piece of paper saying that I'm going to pay this certain amount every month until it's paid up, I'll do it. I don't give a shit. You know, as long as it works for me, and somewhat works for him, I guess. You know, whatever. But I don't know if you guys can even hear the mosquitoes, but they're really bad. If I had my mosquito thingy, they wouldn't even be in here, but I don't have it, so. But that's just the thing, you know, is since they don't do monthly payments, you can't finance with them or anything, whatever, you know, then I can't help it. I can't afford a brand new door. You know, because if he did financing, see, another thing is there too, I could only afford anywhere from 100 to maybe like 180. I can't do over that because then it's going to be too tight of a, you know, it's going to be too tight for me. Because I got other bills to pay for too. So, but you know, I don't know. I think that they would do it, you know, but you would have to probably sign a contract or something too, you know, and that probably gets to be kind of annoying with companies too, you know, because they have to sign a contract and then they have to sign, and, you know, and I understand that that's a pain in the ass too, but, you know, if you're not going to allow financing, you know, there's just not much I can do about it because I can't afford it, so, you know, I'm going to, you know, I mean, I'll try to save up the money, but I know that something's going to go wrong too, that when I get to the point of $2,200 or whatever the fuck it is, something else will break. And then I'm going to have to go spend like $500 on that just to get fixed. And then I'll be $500 short again. I got a feeling that when I get close to $2,000, Big Red's drive lines are going to break because I know they're getting probably close to snapping too. Because they're getting wore out like everything else is too, right? So, but I mean, you know, you can't help it either. I need Big Red, so I'd have to fix his drive lines right away. Or something on the tractor could break. You know. There's just not much I can do about it, you know. So, oh, look at the mosquitoes. They are bad in here. Whew. Well, they smell my body heat, and then they smell all the light heat too, so that's really going to drive them in. So I'm going to have to bail here pretty quick, and, you know, so I just figured to give you guys this quick update. You know, so, but I'll make another update video when he reapplies back, probably tomorrow or something, I don't know. Maybe he'll try to work something out, I don't know, to the point maybe where I can finance, but I don't think they'll do that, but, you know, I'm not going to get my hopes up on it, so, because I've done that in the past, and everything blows up in my face. So, I'm not going to get into the story about that, because I don't have time, and if I do, I'll be dead because of mosquitoes, so, we'll see if, what happens, and, because, yeah, we'll just see what the hell happens. You know, I don't really have much of a choice. I kind of need this door, so, you know, not much I can do about it. Yeah, I will have a brand new door, but, you know, that's not an option if you don't do financing, so, which, you know, I figured he wouldn't anyway, but, hey, whatever. But like I told my mom, too, it's like, well, that door has to be fixed by winter, because I can't leave both machines back here and then try to plow snow, too, because it's too much. Because Big Red takes up too much room with the blade on. I mean, yeah, I mean, now you see that he fits in here, but wait till you put that damn blade on. Big Red's going to be longer than this tractor. I think that both of them are about the same length. Tractor might be a little bit longer, but yeah, that's because you got the mower deck underneath. But once you put the blade on, it's about the same. So, but like I said, guys, I will make an update video sometime. I figured just give you guys this quick update. But guys, I have got to get the hell out of here. The mosquitoes are really bad. I forgot my stupid thing again, so I gotta go. So anyways, guys, I guess have a good day and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Don't die from the mosquitoes. Holy shit, I gotta go. Goodbye.